Right, those of you who have been following my channel for the last few months have missed quite a lot on this van. So I bought this van a few months back as a little doer-upper, just to make a bit of money, get my new business, the ball rolling with my new business. And it is finally done. Unfortunately, there are a few bits you missed, so I'm going to go over all that in this video. It is also now up for sale, so I will put a link in the description below if you are interested in buying my T4 Volkswagen Campervan. So one of the things you will notice is the bodywork has all been nicely cleaned up, painted. There's a few bits have been painted, bumpers have been painted. I think you'll agree they look really, really good. We've got a new set of plates on there. The roof has also been painted. There was a bit of damage. You can just see the top corner there where it sticks up. That has all been painted, as has most of the rest of the roof. Front grill's been painted, so is the bumper, front bumper. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how this has come out. So we've got a new MOT, we've got a new service, fresh service on it, all the filters, oil, the lot. Yeah, it's had a good going over. I would be personally more than happy to drive this, 500 miles to Scotland and back without a hesitation. It runs really, really sweet. So we've got loads of history here, some old handbooks, service schedule, instruction manuals, workshop manual, a huge wad of history, document file for the van there as well. So yeah, just keep everything in order. So that obviously all comes with the van. Passenger seat is in pretty good nick. It's a bit faded. You can see the original colours sort of here, and it's a bit faded. Driver seat, same sort of condition, apart from that one patch that's missing. Unfortunately, I couldn't find another seat in the same pattern, and it was a bit of a split decision really, whether I change the two front seats and not have it match the back one, or leave it as it is. That is, I don't know if I can reach over. That is cushion. It isn't foam or anything, so to be honest, it had a seat cover when I got it, and I've still got the Volkswagen seat covers. If the new owner wants them, I'll chuck them in free of charge. They're in pretty good nick. They fitted really, really well. I didn't even realise they were seat covers at first, to be honest. But yeah, so yeah, in terms of mechanical, that's kind of where we're at. I'll open the bonnet. We'll have a quick look under there. So we've got 2-litre petrol engine. Had a new timing belt and water pump. I've done all of that. So obviously coolant's all been changed. Mechanically, it's all spot on. Right, let's start off in the boot. So we've got a fold-out solar panel, which I shall show you in a moment. Some levelling blocks here. Wastewater tank I'll get to in a moment. Cupboard for gas bottle, and there is space just behind it for a second gas bottle. And then we've got the cupboard here, which has got our electric hookup, cut-off switches, fuse box, the taps for the gas, which should be off. I have been playing around with that. I've been testing all that, and then plenty of storage space. I'm sure if you wanted to put a maybe another shelf in, or like a pole for your clothes, you could quite easily do that. That's pretty much the inside of here, which is all in good order. Alright, so moving on to the centre part of the van, if you like. So we've got a full pull-out bed, like so. It's nice and comfy. It's a good size. I fit. I'm 5'11", I fit, so I would imagine it's just a standard double. It's easily wide enough for 2 people. And then to put it back up, just pull this strap like so. I'm going to try it with my elbow, but I can't. Push it up. Underneath, we've got a nice big storage drawer here. Very handy for whatever you want to do. Storage space in campervans is definitely a must. As much storage space as you can possibly get away with. Speaking of which, we have a nice cupboard there, a water pump, and there is a filter underneath there as well, which is all brand new. In here, I have installed a new leisure battery, all in the. So the original conversion had a leisure battery in the front, next to the van battery, and the wires came through. For some reason, previous owner had disconnected it. So I've taken the decision to put a whole new electricity system in. So we've got a brand new leisure battery. We've got a split charge relay, so it charges off the van engine while you're driving, and a solar controller, which I shall get to in a moment. A couple of decent sized drawers. Up in here we have a fridge, which it looks very old. I did toy with the idea of replacing it, but it does work. It works really well actually. As you can see, electricity is on, so if I turn the lights on, we've got light there. This one back here, little spotlight, that works quite well. Water level for your freshwater tank, and I believe it's a 50-litre freshwater tank in this. There is no grey water, so your wastewater you have to dump, hence that black container in the back. In here we have a 3-burner hob with a grill, which looks like it's never been used, if I'm honest. Again, all of this works off the gas bottle in the back. And on this side we have cold water only, but we do have a water tank, and on the floor here is a switch. Oh, if I turn the pump on, pump is on. There we go. So nice cold water. Again, it just drains out through the bottom of the floor. But it's nice to have that completely hands-free as well. The table, we've got a table here, a simple case of table leg goes in there like that. If I unhook the table, the right way round, that sits on there. Dining for two. So I say dining for two, there are actually 2 seat belts underneath the rear seat, just behind the drawers. They are also brand new. It did have original seat belts in it, they look really tired, so I've replaced them with brand new ones. So yes, you can actually seat for and sleep for. So let me put the table away and I'll get to the upper bed. So putting the top roof up is really quite simple. So we've got these R-clips, so we pull them out. They are new, they're a bit tight. There we go. Undo the clip. And there are 4 of them around the roof. So I'm going to go around and undo those. And then back inside, we literally just pop the roof up, like so. And then there's a little slider bolt there. And on the back, we use this hook here. What I tend to do, it's a bit far away, but table leg's a good prop to just push that up there a bit. And then we can use this, push on there and lock in place. And then what you're left with is a nice little shelf here, I suppose, for storage, or at night time slide this back and it makes a nice, I suppose you call it a pup bed, bed for kids or anyone really small and light. Definitely not me. So again, to put it down, do the opposite. We pull that slider across, lock it into place, slide down that bolt there, and then 2 leather straps, and we're on. Alright, so back in the front of the van, we have a Kenwood radio. It's pretty old school, but I was going to change it, but it actually works really well and kind of suits the dash. I didn't want to get anything that didn't quite suit the dash layout. It's pretty basic, to be honest. We've got obviously no aircon, but we've got blower motor. That one does nothing and isn't even connected to anything, so I'm guessing someone broke a panel and then replaced that at some point. Little ashtray. Loads of blanks if you want to add anything at a later date. Obviously hazards, wipers, indicators and flash, light switches here. One thing I will say is this model does not have power steering, hence the vastness of the steering wheel. Stationary, it's pretty heavy. You do know it hasn't got power steering. Once you're on the move, it's actually a piece of cake. It just drives like any other car without power steering. I am also including a little touch-up paint pot that I got from the paint shop when they did all the bodywork. The wheels also have locking wheel nuts, so you've got your locking wheel nut key down here as well. And that's pretty much it. It's I'll start it up, show you how well she starts. We are 5-speed as well. Most vehicles of this age, especially vans, tend to be 4-speed from my experience. But we got for the 5-speed, so start starts up really well. It's a little bit stuttery, went from cold. I think it does just need a good run, like an Italian tune-up, I suppose. Yeah, working clock. Temperature gauge is the only thing that doesn't currently work, but the fans do work. So the radiator fans do kick in. We had it running during the MOT. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe, and I've got my next build is already ready to go, and it is a build from scratch. So watch this space. Thanks for watching.